Hello and welcome back to the video. In this video I'm going to show you how to make some cinnamon squares. First thing we're going to do is add 150 grams of egg beaters, or you can use egg whites, either one. They both have 25 calories per serving. A serving is 46 grams. We're using 150 grams. Next thing I'll be adding is 100% pure pumpkin. You want the pumpkin, you don't want the pumpkin pie mix. This one has 45 calories per 122 grams. We're going to do one serving of the pumpkin. After that, I'm using a sugar-free French vanilla. You can use sugar-free vanilla if you want to do that. Or if you can find a sugar-free cinnamon, that would be great. Anything to add to the cinnamon squares. This one's only 30 calories per 10 grams. We're going to do 10 grams of the sugar-free pudding. Next up, 10 grams stevia. If you like it sweeter, add as much as you want. Stevia, Splendid. Anything 0 calorie. You can add as much as you'd like. If you like it sweeter, it's up to you. Next up, we'll be using a coconut flour, and I'll be using 30 grams, which 15 grams is a serving, and that's 60 calories per serving. Last thing you will need is I'm going to use pumpkin spice. You can use a cinnamon protein powder, anything. There's cinnamon toast cereal, pumpkin powder, or protein powder. So any kind of protein powder that has cinnamon in it, pumpkin spice, it comes out good too. But this is going to be I'm going to do 2.5 scoops, 130 calories in this, 24 grams of protein. 1 scoop is 33 grams. And I'm going to do 2.5 scoops of protein powder. Alright, now last thing will be ground cinnamon. Any kind of ground cinnamon. I just got regular Great Value ground cinnamon. And I'm going to add 10 grams of ground cinnamon. So even if you had a vanilla protein powder, Probably add a little bit more cinnamon. It'll really give you that flavor of cinnamon squares. But the pumpkin spice or a cinnamon-based protein really adds in that extra flavor. Give it a good mixing. Then next thing you'll want to do, get yourself a pan, and after the pan, you'll want to get some parchment paper. Put the parchment paper inside your pan and add your batter. You'll spread it out in your pan on the parchment paper. You will put it in the freezer for at least an hour and a half to 2 hours. After your hour and a half to 2 hours, you take it out and you can cut it into your little squares. And this will get you about, depending on how you cut them, anywhere 12 to 16 squares, depending on how big you want to make them. Parchment paper makes it very easy to pull out. And when you pull it out, you can put it on the table, cut it up, and then you'll put it into a Rubbermaid container and save it in the freezer. But I'll go ahead and put this in the freezer, come back, give you the macros, and share with you how it looks. Here we go. I've had it in the freezer for about an hour and a half. Pull it out of your pan. Peel back the parchment paper. So like I said, an hour and a half to 2 hours does it well. Freeze it enough that you can really cut it. There's 16 squares. Come out really nice. Then you just pop them in your container, keep them in the freezer, and you have them whenever you want them. Now I'd wait 10 to 15 minutes after they're frozen, let them thaw a little bit. But 16 pieces, comes out real well. Put it in your container, and if you made it exactly like I made it, it's going to be 625 calories for this whole thing, 55.3 grams of carbs, only 9 grams of fat in this whole thing, and 83.8 grams of protein. Tons of protein in this, and 18.8 grams of fiber. So a decent amount of fiber in this too. So there you go. Thank you guys for watching my videos. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Hit the bell button to be notified of any new videos that come out. And you guys have a great day.